Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise rebuild here on Cardboard Cutouts. Now, unfortunately, I lost my recordings for what was supposed to be episode 5, so I'm going to have to I'm just going to review those before we get into what episode 6 was supposed to be, and that's the draft. So let's take a look at the first game here. It's against the Mariners. This was to go for a sweep, and we ended up winning 6-5 in the 11th inning. Jose Cisnero picked up the save. After giving up a leadoff triple, he strikes out 2 to preserve the win. Now the second game was against Cleveland to avoid a 4-game sweep, and we lose 6-2, and we get swept in a 4-game series. So I decided to look at Jose Cisnero a little closely here, and as you can see, he's been in 17 games. He's had 16 saves and hasn't blown one. He's thrown 16.1 innings, and he's only given up 1 run in the entire year so far, with a .55 ERA. That is just straight dominant, especially for the struggles that our bullpen has been having. So I decided to make his official role as a closer, so I changed him from a relief pitcher to closer, and then unfortunately I have to put him on the trade block, and you can see here some of the teams that are interested. Now I'm also keeping a close eye on the pending transactions, so people that are or players that are like getting sent down or designated for assignment, and I find this Michael Grove here. He's a potential starting pitcher with a mid-90s fastball. So we decide to put a claim on him and see what happens. Now, let's get into the draft. First, we're going to look at some blue chippers. And the first one we're going to look at is Wyatt Pipp. He's a starting pitcher. His stamina is going to be elite. He has pretty good hits per 9, walks per 9, strikeouts per 9. He has a mid-90s fastball, and he has a 5-pitch repertoire. But I just don't know if a pitcher is especially a starting pitcher, is the way to go. The next blue chipper we're looking at is William Morey. He's a closing pitcher. He only has 3 pitches with a low 90s fastball, so I don't really know if I'm willing to take a chance on him. I guess I'll have to see how it plays out. The third and final blue chipper we're looking at is Billy Putnam. He's another 3-pitch closing pitcher with a low 90s fastball. And you can see some of his stats here. And I'm just not really impressed with the blue chippers here. So we're going to go over to the catcher, and this is, I think, one of our biggest positions of need. And we're looking at Steven Molina here. He has an 80 potential, 65 overall, projected to be in the MLB by 2023. So this is kind of what we're looking for, a player that can help us right away. And I'm not entirely impressed with what's going on. His hitting is going to take some time to develop. He's a pretty good fielding catcher. Then we're going to look at Sean Durant. Now, he is only a 70 potential, but he's a 70 overall right away with a 2022 ETA. And I think we could work with this. His hitting is going to come in pretty good. If we can maybe get him in the competitive balance round after round number 1, that would be amazing. So as I'm looking through some of the non-blue chippers, I come across Miguel Montano. He is a third baseman. He's only 5'11", but as you can see here, he can run a little bit. He has good contact. His power is going to be lacking, but he can field. He has good vision, good discipline. He kind of reminds me of a Sean Figgins for the Los Angeles Angels. And I may be able to move him to second base. So we're going to jump into it here, and we're going to have the third pick in the draft. And Wyatt Pipp goes number 2 overall to the Rangers. So here we're looking through what's left on the board, and I'm going through, and I can't get over Miguel Montano. I think he's be a good pick. He might not be an A potential, maybe a high B, but I think that would just fine. I think he's going to be a MLB ready player, and that's what we need right now. So we're going to go into the competitive balance, we have a number two pick here, and like I said, I was kind of targeting Sean Durant for this pick. I really think he'll probably be like a C. Obviously, I just catcher right now is a position of need, and I just need something else there than what we have. So we're going to take him here. So on to round 2. We're kind of looking at what we have completely scouted, and we look at the closing pitchers. We also need some help in relief. So we're going to look at Merle Sanchez, and I think he's going to be our pick here. It's a 97 mile an hour fastball, so we're going to take the chance and take him here. Moving on to the next round here, and we're looking at a couple different third basemen again. James Griggs is going to be the first one here, and then we're also going to look at Ivan Ortiz. They're pretty comparable. Ivan Ortiz doesn't have the power either, and I think we went with James Griggs. So here we're looking at Carlos Rosario for our next round, and he is who we're going to take here. And then we're going on to the fourth or fifth round, I can't remember, and we're looking at Royce Saucedo, and we're kind of just guessing here because we don't have anything scouted anymore, and this is going to be another guy we're going to take a chance on because he's a 2022 ETA, and I think he has a chance to come in and at least compete. Now, for our last pick, we're going to go with Francisco Chacin, and like I said, it's just we're going to hope and pray that he is can hold on to some of those potential. And so after that, we're looking at our all-stars, and as you can see, Jose Cisneros in there, and then we're looking through, and Matt Manning isn't an all-star this year. He's not having a very good year, but right now Riley Green is leading for center fielders in Double-A. So now we're going to take a look at our picks, and we're looking at Miguel Montero. So it wasn't as high. He's still a high B potential with an 88. And as you can see, his power is down, but we kind of knew that. His contact is right there, which is good. He can still, he's going to need some help fielding, but he can move. And I'm really thinking about moving him to second to start his major league career next year. I think that would be the best move for him. Next up is Sean Durant, and it's about what we thought. Mid to low C's. I think he can come in and at least be a backup catcher to start. He has pretty good contact, middle of the road power. He's not going to be a liability behind the plate. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but he's a catcher, so that's not really much of a concern. I still like this pick here. Now, next up is Merle Sanchez, and we got a steal here with an A potential. Now, this is awesome. We need the help in the bullpen any way we can get it. So this is an amazing pick that we got here. Now, next up is James Griggs, and the reason why I like this pick, he's a B overall, a B potential, but I think he can still slide into that third base if his power develops a little bit more. But with Candelario and Miguel Montero, I think he's going to have plenty of time to develop to see exactly what we have with him. He could even potentially move to first, depending on how his power develops. Now we're looking at Carlos Rosario is another closing pitcher. Like I said, we just need the bullpen help. He has a mid 90s fastball, which is not bad. He's definitely going to need some time to develop another B potential here. So still, so far, so good. Now we're looking at Royce Saucedo. I'm not sure how to say that. And he is not what we were hoping. His overall drops significantly. His contact is down. He has middle of the road power. and his fielding drops, his speed drops. So if he's going to make the team, he's going to have to develop like a lot. And then with Francisco, we just missed. He has a deep potential. The speed's there, but his fielding dropped. All of his stats of any significance for his hitting dropped, and that's just a miss. He'll be a depth organization player. So we're going to jump into the final game of this 4-game series against the White Sox to see if we can take the series here. Now, first up, Victor Reyes facing Dallas Keuchel, and that gets down. Tim Anderson's going to field it, but Reyes is too fast, and he beats out the throw. That's going to bring up Robbie Grossman with a 2-2 count here. And the pitch. And he puts a perfect swing on it up the middle. We're going to have 2 men on here to start the game. Well, that's a pretty good sign for us. So that brings up Willie Castro now. He has a 1-2 count. And the pitch. And he swings. And he sends a ball shallow right field. And it's going to be caught. And we're not going to test it. We're just going to play it safe and leave the runner on second. Now, Jonathan Schoop is up. 0-1 count. He swings, and that's fielded by the third baseman who tags Reyes and is able to complete the double play to get out of the inning. And Casey Mize is going to start this game for us. Here he is against Tim Anderson on a 2-1 count. And the pitch, Anderson sends a ball to right, and Mazara isn't going to try, just to let that drop. He doesn't want to let it get past him and have Tim Anderson off and running. Next up is Nick Marigold. He's first pitch swinging to left center, but Victor Reyes is just going to glide over for the out and sends Tim Anderson back to first. Next up is the reigning MVP is Jose Abreu on an 0-1 count up in the zone, and we have Tim Anderson's off the steal, and we have a late throw down to second. Same at bat, 0-2 count on Jose Abreu, who sends the ball to second, and that would have been our double play ball, but instead Tim Anderson gets to third, 2 outs. Now Eloy Jimenez is up on an 0-0 count. He's going to be first pitch swinging. Candelario's going to catch that one on the line drive, and the inning's over. That's going to bring us to the top of the second. Wilson Ramos is leading us off, and he sends one deep to left center, and that's going to get out, and the Tigers are going to take a 1-0 lead here on Wilson Ramos' 8th home run of the season. He put an absolute beauty of a swing on that. So, Jeimer Candelario's up next. And he, on 2-0 count, he sends a ball through the hole on the left side, and that's going to start this inning off again, man on first. Nico Goodrin's up now, full count, and he watches it for ball 4, man on first and second. That's going to flip the lineup over. Victor Reyes is up now with 2 outs, 0-1 count, and he grounds out to third, on to first, and they get out of the inning, but the Tigers do go up 1-0. Now, bottom of the second, 2 outs, Yasmani Grandal is up, and he goes against the shift. That's going to reach the wall in left, and Grandal, even with a 0 speed, is going to be able to cruise in for a double. I'm not completely sold on the shift. It feels like it gets beat a lot. But that brings up Lurie Garcia here on an 0-2 count, and Mize just blows a fastball by him to end the inning. Jonathan Schoop is up here, top of the third, 2 outs, and he sends a ball deep to left center. No one's going to get to that. That's going to get down and bounce off the wall, and Schoop's going to cruise in with a double. Next up is Miguel Cabrera, still 2 outs, 0-0 count, first pitch swinging, sends a perfect ball to left center, and that doesn't have enough carry. But Schoop's going to score, and Cabrera can't leg out a double, but we take a 2-0 lead. Wilson Ramos is up here. He already has a home run on the day, and he's first pitch swinging again and sends another ball deep to left center, and that one's going to get out. Wilson Ramos is going to put us up 4-0 with his 2nd home run of the day, 9th of the year. That is just amazing to see here. We need something to help to move us along, especially with how rough this last month has been. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third with Tim Anderson up, a man on first. A 2-2 count. This pitch is going to get by Candelario down the line, and the runner is going to go first to third. Tim Anderson is going to get in there with the double. Now we have 2 men in scoring positions, no outs. That brings up Nick Marigold here with the 0-2 count. And he sends the ball to right, and that's going to get down. 1 run's going to score. Mazara's throwing home, and the throw is on time. And he tags the runner to save a run here. Now we have 2 outs here, still 4-1. Eloy Jimenez is up, and he's going to strike out to end the third. What a throw by Mazara there to help keep the lead at 3. Now Mazara's up on the top of the 4th, and Tim Anderson dives, makes a play, and throws him out at first. What a play by Anderson there. On to the bottom of the 4th, 2 out with Yasmani Grandal up again, and he beats the shift again. That's going to roll all the way to the warning track, and he's going to try to get a double, and he's in there before the throw. That's the 2nd time in 2 at-bats he's beat the shift for a double. Now, Garcia's up again, 2 outs, and he's going to send a ball to right center, and that's going to get down all the way to the wall. 1 run's going to score. Garcia's going to get in there with the RBI double to bring the White Sox within 2. Next up is Luis Robert on a 0-1 count, and he sends the ball to right, and that's going to get down. Garcia's going to score from third, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Anderson is up here with a 0-2 count, still 2 outs, and he sends a ball up the middle, and that is going to get in. That runner is going to come around and score, and Reyes throws it home, but there was no chance. Nick Marigold's up 2-0 count, and he's going to ground out to Candelario to end the inning, but not before the White Sox come back to tie it up. So that brings up Jonathan Schoop here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 on, no outs, and he sends a ball to second, and that's going to go on to short. On to first, Taylor made double play, but we do have a runner on third here with 2 outs. So that'll bring up Miguel Cabrera here, and he watches strike 3. That run's going to get stranded, and we're going into the bottom of the 5th, still tied. Now Jose Abreu is up with Mize still on the mound, and he sends the ball to right, and Mazara's going to glide over, catch that for out number 1. Eloy Jimenez is up next on the 0-0 count. He sends the ball to left center, but that's practically where Reyes was playing to begin with. That's going to be out number 2. So far, a pretty quick inning after that disastrous 4th inning for Mize. Next up, and that's just going to get grounded to short on to first. 1-2-3 inning for Mize. That's a pretty good bounce back. Wilson Ramos is up for his 3rd at-bat today. He sends a ball deep to right. Does this have enough carry? No, it doesn't. Caught at the warning track for out number 1. Jeimer Candelario is up here with a 1-2 count, and he sends a ball deep to left center. That one's going to get down. Candelario is going to get in there with a double here to put a man in scoring position. So that'll bring up Nico Goodrum here, and he sends a ball, and that's going to bloop in there. But we're actually going to hold Candelario here and not test it. We're going to play it safe, try to make sure we score this run. So that brings up Mazara here, and oh no, he grounds out to short, back to first, and they get a double play to end the inning and keep that runner from scoring. On to the top of the 7th, Robbie Grossman is up. He goes against the shift here, and he's going to get himself a double in the top of the 7th to get another man in scoring position. Willie Castro is up here, 0-2 count, and that skips away from the catcher. Robbie Grossman is going to get up to third here. That was pretty fortunate. Now Willie Castro, with the drawn-in infield, lines out to shortstop, and the runner has to stay put. Jonathan Schoop here, 2-2 count, 2 out, swings through strike 3. The runner is stranded on third again. On to the bottom of the 7th, Kyle Funkhauser in a bit of a jam with 2 outs, and that's going to get by our second baseman. The runner's going to come around and score to put the White Sox up 5-4. Adam Eaton's up now, 3-2 count, still in the bottom of the 7th, and he is going to pop out to the catcher, but the White Sox take a lead here going into the bottom 2 innings. Now, bottom of the 8th, 1-0 count, and that's going to get through the left side of the infield. The runner with 85 speed comes around and just beats the throw to home. White Sox go up by 2, 6-4. Jose Abreu is up here with a 1-2 count, and he strikes out to end the 8th. So we're going to jump to the top of the 9th. Niko Goodrum's leading us off. Swings through strike 3, out number 1. Next up is Nomar Mazara. On an 0-0 count, his first pitch swings, but right into the shift. Second baseman feels it in shallow right, throws him out at first. Rachel Reyes is up as her last chance at an 0-0 count, swings at a ball outside, and it's just an easy pop up to short, and the White Sox come back down 4-0 to win 6-4. As you see here, Tim Anderson got player of the game, and Kyle Funkhauser picked up the loss. But that is kind of just a glimpse of how our season's going. We get up, and then we blow it. But that's going to do it here in episode 5. Let me know what you guys think. Let me guys know what you think of the draft, and let me know what you think of the potential move of Miguel to second base. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're back for the next one. We will see you next time here on Cardboard Cutouts.